Hi guys, it's Ginger. I'm here with another music review. Sorry, that was a piece of hair flying up in my face. This is a music review. This time it is Loretta Lynn's new album called Full Circle. You guys. This apparently is the first in a collection of albums that were recorded at the Cash Cabin studio in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and was co-produced by Johnny Cash, and June Carter Cash's son, and was also co-produced by Loretta Lynn's daughter, Patsy, as well, Patsy Lynn Russell. This is a fantastic album. Her voice has not changed at all. She's been doing this for 50 years probably. A recording artist for 50 years probably, and her voice is just as strong as it was when she made her first record when she was in her mid-20s. What I love about this album is that the very first thing that's on here is called Whispering Sea Introduction, where you hear Loretta and John Carter Cash talking about that the song Whispering Sea was the very first song that she ever wrote for her first album when she was 25 years old, and just talked about that she just kind of whipped it out. She was living in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest at the time when she wrote the song. So this was one of the first songs that she wrote. It's a really great song. In the notes she writes that all the songs on this album mean something to her. There are some cover songs. There are a couple of songs that she has re-recorded from her past, like Whispering Sea, like Fist City is re-recorded on here, which is one of her classics. I also really like that she did Always on My Mind, which is the version I know is a famous Willie Nelson song. And she also did a song called Wine into Water that T. Graham Brown is a co-writer on the song, and it was also a hit for him back in the 80s, I think, the late 80s. Love that song, and she does a really great job on this song. And here's the thing about Loretta Lynn that I love. Her style of singing is not something you hear anymore. It's just not something you hear anymore. It's a pure sound, a rootsy sound, and it's not something that you hear anymore. It kind of harkens back to Kitty Wells, to Bill Monroe, to Hank Williams. It's just a style of singing that you just don't hear anymore. And it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Her voice is still so beautiful and rich and hasn't changed with age, because as you know, a lot of people's voices will change somewhat with age. Hers hasn't been affected at all with age. There are also a couple of songs on here that feature other artists. There's a song on here called Everything It Takes featuring Elvis Costello. It's funny because he's actually singing backup. You don't really hear him in front. He's singing backup. She does do a song with Willie Nelson. It is a duet with Willie Nelson called Lay Me Down, and it is beautiful. This is a really great album. And apparently this is the first one of a series of albums that will be coming out that were recorded at the Cash Cabin studio. So I'm excited. I am excited. And what's really great is not only is her daughter a co-producer, but John Carter Cash is a co-producer, and she has known him since before he was born. You know, she was friends with, Loretta Lynn was friends with his parents. So it's almost like a family affair in a way, because he knows her and her music and her family so well, and then her daughter is a co-producer. And I love this cover. If I'm not mistaken, these photos were taken, there is a replica on her property, Hurricane Hills in Tennessee, that is a replica of the home that she grew up in Kentucky. And I think that's what this is. It doesn't really say in here what it is, but I'm pretty sure that that's the replica of the house that she grew up in that is on her land. I love, because like, look at these liner notes, this beautiful print that they used, and on this picture on the back, as well as the inside of the CD here, and you can barely see it on the cover. It reminds me of a wallpaper that would be in a really, really 100, 200-year-old house. So I love it. It's the design of it, the music itself is beautiful. I really enjoyed this. I've always liked Loretta Lynn. She is a legend in country music. I never, for some reason, I don't know why, I never picked up her album Van Lear Rose. I should have. That was the one that she did with Jack White of the White Stripes. And if you don't know, Van Lear is the name of the coal mining company that her father worked for back in Kentucky. Anyway, because it's in her song, Coal Miner's Daughter. She talks about the Van Lear coal mine. And so check this out. If you enjoy country music, if you enjoy the folksier side of country music, the traditional country music, you're going to love this. If you love Loretta Lynn, if you love tradition, I love the traditional stuff. Oh, it's so, so, so good. Loved it. This is definitely one that is going on the iPod. So check it out. Loretta Lynn's Full Circle. Oh, some of my favorites on here. Whispering Sea. I mean, everything on here is good. I mean, give me a break. Whispering Sea. Really awesome. It's awesome that it was the first song that she wrote. Always on My Mind. Wine into Water. Fifth City. The remake of Fifth City. Everyone Wants to Go to Heaven. Who's Gonna Miss Me. Some really, really great songs. Lay Me Down with Willie Nelson. Really great song. So check this out. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoy these music reviews. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so that you can come back and sit for a spell. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.